Lean not on your own understanding. Observe carefully. You were told, lean not unto thine own understanding, and perhaps you never asked the obvious question. Then whose understanding am I supposed to lean on? Religion may answer, God's. Very well, but now comes the deeper question. Who told you what God understands? The preacher? The denomination? Your parents? The theologian? The translator? The institution? Because somewhere between infinite intelligence and what you were taught about infinite intelligence stands a human interpreter, and this is where discernment becomes essential. The ancient instruction was not necessarily, do not think for yourself. It was closer to, do not mistake your present level of perception for the totality of truth. There is a difference. Your understanding is useful, but your understanding has been conditioned. You inherited language before you could question language, beliefs before you could examine beliefs, definitions of God before you could contemplate God, definitions of good and evil before you understood yourself, definitions of success, failure, morality, heaven, hell, worthiness, and even love. So perhaps, lean not on your own understanding is not an invitation to surrender your intelligence. It is an invitation to recognize its limitations. Your current understanding is a map. It is not necessarily the territory, and here is where humans become vulnerable. Someone tells you, don't trust yourself, trust God, but then quietly inserts their interpretation of God where your discernment used to be. Now you are not leaning on God's understanding. You are leaning on another human's understanding while believing it belongs to God. That distinction is enormous. So question, observe, test experience. Remain willing to discover that something you once called truth was merely your highest available interpretation at the time. The mature consciousness does not say, I know everything, nor does it say, I know nothing, therefore someone else must think for me. It says, I will remain open enough to receive greater understanding without surrendering my ability to discern. Perhaps that is the deeper wisdom. Do not lean so heavily upon what you currently understand that greater understanding cannot move you. And when someone claims to speak for God, ask one more question. Is this God's understanding or your understanding of God? Those are not automatically the same thing. Omega 28.